Yeah, we got it. Yeah, we're shining today.
From the heart of New York City,
It's Today with Jenna
and Sheinelle.
We got it. Yeah, we're shining today.
With today's guest from the Four Seasons, actor Marco Calvani.
Everything feels alright with Jenna and Sheinelle. We're shining today.
Hi, everybody. It is Tuesday, June 2nd. And thanks for being with us today.
I know, we're so happy y'all are hanging
Out with us.
on this beautiful Tuesday in New York
It is
City.
nice. You know what? It's a beautiful day to sit outside and read a good book.
Right?
Let me tell you something. So this weekend, I started reading Jill Biden's book. We had her on yesterday.
Yes.
It's called View from the East Wing. I think it's a beautifully written book, an easy read, if you'll say that. But anyway, we get to this certain part.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, this is so great. She's giving your mom her flowers and JBH her flowers. But then she says a part in here that grabbed my attention. She says, one time I was meeting with President Bush at the George W. Bush Library after speaking to military families there. And then she talks about her mom. She says, Laura came in and said, hey, Bushy, then sauntered into the hallway for a cup of coffee as he smiled at her.
That sounded like you were reading a romance.
That is how it felt. I was on the beach this weekend and I went, first of all, I've been sitting next to Jennifer how many weeks and months? And I never, you just never.
Well, am I supposed to be like, so my mom and dad call each other Bushy?
Yeah. I don't know when that would come out.
I know, let me tell you, my parents call each other Bushy.
What does it feel like when parents are, and this isn't even just about them, but just as a child, because, kind of flirty?
They call each other Bushy. My dad loves a nickname.
Aww.
Do you know that my dad called my husband, before he was even my boyfriend, Stretch, because he's tall?
No.
Because he's tall.
I love that.
He called me Benny.
Aww.
And when they were little, they called each other Darlin', which is very Texas
That
in the
is.
80s.
Yeah, that
you
is.
know? And then now they call I can't remember when Bushy became the thing, but they both call each other Bushy.
I love that.
So,
I love that she revealed that, but also in the sweetest way. And I think because of the way she wrote it, it was so descriptive when she said.
Well, she said.
She sauntered.
I know, the saunter.
Sauntered. I was trying to picture your mom sauntering.
Well, she's such a lady that, she probably does more than I am.
What?
She probably is more feminine.
And sauntered gives me that
Sauntered.
energy of a feminine. And then I like that she said, and then he smiled at her.
Well, and then she had a little pin in it, which she said you could tell they have a nice romantic relationship.
She did. And I thought, well, look at that.
That was a little spice in
I
this
literally
book.
told Jenna, this morning, she get it from her mama, because you're spicy.
I'm spicy?
You're joking. You've got to be kidding. You're joking right now.
You mean funny?
No.
Spicy?
Yes.
Why? What do you mean?
Are you serious?
Yes. Because remember we talked about how we don't think we're sexy.
Well, right, but your mom, I don't think she's
sexy.
Right, but sauntering, a little spicy, and you've got that all day.
I do?
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Does your husband have a nickname for you?
Not really. He don't call me Bushy.
Yeah, I'm not a nickname. Let's not call you Bushy. We're going to keep talking. Hurry up, give me something else to say. She'll think of something.
Bushy.
I think... I'm not a nicknamey type person.
You're not? He calls me, he used to call me Shiny.
Oh, that's sweet.
He used to call me Shiny, but
from what?
He don't call me Shiny anymore.
But I think it's good when
I'm all rusty. Now he calls me Rusty.
What? Just how do I go from shiny to rusty? That's not fair.
It just means I'm old.
No.
No,
I think it's sweet.
He does. He calls me Shiny. He'll call me babe, honey. And sometimes, and it's become a problem, and it's something that we need help with.
What?
I know.
What?
We call each other mommy and daddy sometimes. I know.
No. You know what?
I know that I need a problem.
No.
I'm telling
No.
you.
I actually am going to give you grace because I would sometimes say
Dad.
Well, Dad,
Yeah.
because sometimes
Dad, or sometimes you go, this is the
Dad,
worst. Hey, Dad.
Yeah. Dad, can you?
Yes,
But
yes.
you're doing it in their behalf.
I know.
You're not hey, Daddy. It's not.
No. But it'd be better if I was hey, Daddy. Instead, I'm just that person.
But he can't call you mommy. I don't know.
No, I know. He doesn't say mommy, but he'll be like,
Okay.
ask mom.
Mom is fine. But he
Ask
can't
mom.
be like,
But I'm like, so I've started to work on this where I say, I'm not your mom. But
no, she doesn't mean an attitude.
I'm not your mom.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work.
So is he like, Mom, can you come in here?
Yes. I know we need help.
Yeah. I was trying to.
The first step is saying I have a problem.
Yeah.
I am telling you and the world we have a
Yeah.
problem, and I'm sure many of you at home.
I think you two are America. I don't think you're alone.
No.
I think that people do that.
But let's please get out of it,
It's time.
America,
Yeah,
because
you can't. You can't be.
that's why my new name is Rusty. It
Yeah.
makes things kind of.
I'd rather you be rusty. Anyway, okay, another topic. That's good. Okay.
There's apparently, tell us.
There's apparently a hot new dating activity in addition to calling each other nicknames. Bike riding.
Okay.
So we started talking about this because of Sydney Sweeney.
This was really cute because Sydney Sweeney and her boyfriend Scooter Braun, they took a late night ride through Times Square. So evidently he's posted this video of them riding these bikes and he said, when you're in bed at 11 p.m. and your girl says, I've never been to Times Square.
I think that is the most romantic thing ever.
I think it is the most romantic. You want to know why? Not
Why?
because of the bikes necessarily, but because of the spontaneity.
I 1,000,000% agree.
Right?
Yeah. Are you guys spontaneous?
No. But also, like, getting out of
Mom,
bed.
you want to go ride bikes?
Hey, Mom,
Mom?
have you been to Times Square, Mom? Like,
I
in a
think that's
fanny
really
pack?
sweet. You guys ride bikes, right?
We used
No?
to ride bikes all over the city.
yeah.
Did you guys?
Yeah, and look, I'm petite, and so like my kids even now they love city bikes here in
Do
New
they
York
still
City.
ride 'em?
They still do all over the place. I say no every other day because they have to call me and ask first. You know, my family. You know, there would be days where we would all ride to Central Park, and I'm like trailing behind them because I'm like, be careful, you know, and I'm over here falling off myself. Do you know what I mean? And my feet don't touch the ground, and I don't
That's
like that
not
feeling.
fair. I think we need to get you.
We need a petite bike.
We
City
need
bike?
to get her Mila's old bike.
Does it have a basket and streamers?
Yes, and a little bell.
But
that way you can touch the floor.
I know. That's why I don't like to ride
'Cause that's
bikes.
scary.
It is. And Uche used to like to use the motorized ones.
What? An e-bike?
Yeah, e-bikes and also, what do you call them, mopeds or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
And you could rent those too. And so
Yes.
we would sit down and he'd be zipping it out.
Would you do that?
I did it one time. I'm like, I'm never doing this
No,
again.
no, that scares
We went
me.
on a double date and I walked in and my hair was all whatever and he was exhilarated and I was horrified. Like zipping all through the
You
things.
took the moped or whatever, the e-bike, what are they called? Scooters.
Scooter in the city to go to the Smith here in New York.
Downtown?
Yes.
From your house?
Yes.
No way.
Because he thought we were going to be stuck in traffic.
We used to ride bikes, but then we'd have some beverages.
Oh, you can't bike and...
And we used to.
Back when you were, what was your other nickname?
That's when I was shiny.
Yeah. Rusty wants to stay in the house.
Rusty wouldn't get up at 11 to see anything. Like, even if Henry's like, wait, there's a full moon. Let's go lay under it. My baby's never seen a full moon. I'd be like, go ask your other baby. Right? We're tired.
No, totally, we're tired. But that does sound
But
sweet
it's
that you could lay on your
romantic.
backs and look at a full moon.
Yeah, maybe we should try it.
Okay.
All right. We've got a great show for you from the hit series, The Four Seasons. Actor Marco Calvani is here, and he is throwing us an Italian dinner party.
But first, Jenna and I are playing Never Have I Ever, oh my goodness, with a fun twist.
We're
I
scared.
don't even know what that means.
No.
Don't miss it right after this.
What's the fun twist? What is the fun twist?
Yeah, we got it today.
Okay, it is never too early in the day to have some fun, so we are going to play a classic game of
Never Have I Ever. But here's the twist. We put you guys... We didn't see this coming, in the driver's seat. So we're going to read through your submissions, and then we'll hold up our paddles if we have never, or if we have done something.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the first one. Jenna, you go.
Okay, never have I ever been tipsy at work from the night before. I don't think I have.
Not the next morning. No. Only because I need this job.
Only at the like Olympics.
The Olympics. Mine was, well, and a lot of times we're doing it on the show. Like, we'll
Yeah.
have like a segment, especially when we were doing like bar segments and we're like, oh, try this drink and this
Well,
drink.
y'all used to drink a lot on the 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
You had paper planes every Friday. I didn't know that till like the end.
You know what, though? It makes for a wonderful work environment. Okay. All right, here's the next one.
Okay. Never have I ever accidentally liked an old post while lurking.
Does that mean like
of ours?
Like an old boyfriend or something?
An old boyfriend's post?
Somebody else.
I don't think so. Have you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. But I unlike it. So then does that count?
No.
Okay,
Do
great.
they know if she likes it?
That's
and then
been my
unlikes
fear.
it?
Wait. I actually want to know the answer to this question. If you like something and unlike it very, very, very quickly, do they know that you unliked it?
How do they know you unlike it?
No, they know you liked it.
Oh no, I didn't know that. I thought if I retracted it soon enough that it would.
They get the notification.
Oh no, even on
The
Facebook.
notification comes through even if you unlike it?
Oh no, even on Facebook?
Uh-oh, you were lurking on Facebook again?
Stop.
You were doing a little late night Facebook lurking? That's dangerous.
What's the next question, Jenna? What's the next question?
Spin it.
Roll it, please.
Facebook. Uh-oh. Never have I ever joined a meeting late and blamed technology.
Oh.
No, that's
Yeah. I usually blame traffic in New York, but,
yeah.
please. But yeah, I'm going to be better. Chanel
Yeah.
2.0.
Okay.
I mean, but that's not, I don't do it all the time.
No,
And
we're just telling the truth.
responsible.
Every once in a while we've done
I'm
that.
being honest with you.
Okay, let's spin it.
Woo, these questions are making me hot.
Never have I ever practiced an argument in the shower. I have never. I don't dirty my showers like that.
Yeah. An argument. There are days where, okay, let me do this. And this is why. Because there are times where if I have a meeting or something I need to talk about.
practice?
I don't say it out loud, but I go over like my points
In your head.
my head. Does that count?
Yeah.
But it's not like I'm mad at you and in the shower I'm like, I'm going to say.
And then I'm gonna slam the phone down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Spin that wheel.
One more. I love this little. It's like no whammies. Stop. You guys are too young for that show.
I love that show.
Did you remember that?
I love
What was that
show.
called?
Press Your Luck.
I wanted to go on that show
I loved
so
that
bad.
show so
No whammies, no
much.
whammies, no whammies.
Did you watch it in college?
Yes,
I did.
yes.
I did.
Bring that show back. You produce.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it together.
Oh, let's do it. Oh,
Oh, they have it. She said they have it.
Oh, man.
What? Oh, they brought it back?
We can make that show. We can make it sing.
Yeah, we could make it just like Supermarket Sweep. Okay, ready? Never have I ever posted a thirst trap.
What?
Well, that's it.
Oh, my goodness.
And in fact, because we did this on the show, we thought, since you say I have never, Miss Jones,
Are you planning a coup right
that
now?
maybe you would post your first thirst trap live on television with all of us this summer, because you say you want to be more wild and more free and dancing on tables. It starts with a thirst trap.
You think so? Is
Can
that be like Martha Stewart coming out of the water?
Yes. Yes, it can.
Yeah? Okay, I'll work on it.
Is that a yes?
That's a yes.
Okay, we're gonna give you but we're gonna do it live on the show, right?
Oh, we're doing it live on the show?
Yeah,
Well,
and
that's not hot.
Did you see that picture?
Oh, that was hot.
I mean,
What are you doing with your legs?
I'm not sure. It looks like I'm doing a split. And
Okay.
that's when the viewers got to pick our outfits, and they dressed me in that schoolgirl
Sexy
outfit.
librarian.
Yeah,
I get
exactly.
it. You read. I get it.
Okay.
All right, to get in on the fun, just follow us on Instagram at Jenna and Sheinelle.
And coming up next, y'all, looky who's here. One of our favorites from the hit comedy The Four Seasons, Italian actor Marco Calvani.
Hey!
Right after this. Marco Calvani made his return to acting after 15 years to star alongside comedy greats Tina Fey, Will Forte, and Steve Carell in The Four Seasons.
Well, now Marco is back for season 2, and as the friends mourn the loss of Steve Carell's character, Marco is upset with Steve's ex-wife, who's exerting her control over the estate. Take a look.
Anne got all of Nick's money, and she's not giving Jeannie a penny because she wants Jeannie to have a bad life. There, I said it.
Oh my God.
I don't think Jenny said that. So I'm remembering this wrong, too? I can't believe you're taking Anne's side over Jeannie's, honestly.
Okay, Claude is very touchy about single moms because of his sister.
Well, excuse me, I just don't think single mothers should be abandoned in their time of need like the Virgin Mary.
What about Joseph?
Come on, look at the paintings, Kate. Joseph was never around.
Where was Joseph?
Honestly, no,
You're not wrong. Hi. We're so happy you're back.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, this season is getting such good reviews. There's tons of changes. This is you play Coleman Domingo's husband.
Yes, I do.
There's some changes going on, a little fighting, a little tension. Tell us what's going on with Claude.
Well, you know, first of all, season 2 picks up exactly where season 1 left off. So we are in the aftermath of Nick's death, Steve
Yes.
Carell's character. So we are all dealing with the loss
Yes.
in different ways. And one way for Danny and I, Coleman Domingo's character, and I, and Claude, we are trying to understand the meaning of life. In other words, why are we here for? We are having a sort of a middle-age crisis. Like, do we need to leave something behind? Is that something a person? Do we need to become fathers before it's too late?
Frankly, it's relatable.
It's
you know
super
what I mean?
relatable. It's not
Of
even a gay
Not even-
question.
exactly.
Really.
It's
It's
just
like
All of our
of us.
questions.
Definitely not a gay question. No, it's not. It's very broad. So your character, Claude, finds his voice when he moves back to Italy.
Yes.
I was just saying, look at this beautiful backdrop.
And y'all shot.
Oh, my gosh.
we shot actually in Trento, in the north of Italy, very close
Look
to
how
Austria.
beautiful
Yes.
that is.
How was that for
It was
you?
in December, so it was like everything was prepped for Christmas. We got to shoot at the Christmas market. It was adorable and kind of exotic for me too, because I'd never been to Trento. So I was as excited as they were, all my castmates and crew members. But I am very excited about the storyline for Claude this season because I think they really expanded the character in ways I didn't see coming, and I think the audience will have the same surprises. It will finally find his voice again. I think by moving to this country, he had left some pieces of himself behind, and ultimately, eventually, going back to Italy, he will get back his power. He will step into his light once again, and by doing so, it will refresh the relationship with his husband.
I mean, that's what we all need. We all need to go to Italy for that very reason. There is a storyline, and this confused us a little, around an Italian Christmas witch. We didn't see that one coming.
I know, La
Befana.
Is a very beloved figure, a Christmas figure in Italy.
Is she like Santa?
She's a little less pretty than Santa. But she's kind most of the time. Like, she comes on January 6th, so she marks the end of the Christmas holiday.
Okay.
Not as fun as Santa Claus,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yes.
But she basically, if you've been a good boy, in my case, you get candies in the stocks that you leave the day before hanging.
Wait, I like it because it gives us something to look forward
But
to.
if you've been a bad girl,
What does she leave?
charcoal.
Just like Santa.
That's like
She stole that
Santa.
from St. Nick.
Well. I don't know about that. No, that's
Let me defend La Befana. Wait a minute. So wait, in real life, talk to me about this. You've been married to your husband now for what, 6 years?
Yes.
We heard you propose in a very cute way, if that's the word. Tell us what you did.
Oh, look at the beautiful
So cute.
picture. Oh, my beloved. His name is Marco as well, by the way. Don't laugh.
No, I'm
You're
I
about to.
remember that from last time.
Yes.
Two
So
Marcos.
two Marcos.
It's like
Yes.
Marco Squared.
Marco Square, yeah. He's Brazilian, though, and we met in LA. Now, what are the odds that I can meet someone with exactly the same name, coming from the opposite side of the world, in the opposite side of the world? We met in LA, and he's a wonderful actor, and I'm mainly a filmmaker, a writer and director, and I wrote this movie that we ended up making, and he's the lead. He's a wonderful lead. The film is High Tide. It was released in theater 2 years ago. And at the end of the shoot went so well, and I just proposed. Not obviously in front of the whole crew. We went for dinner that same night, and then we took a walk on the beach. We were shooting in Provincetown, Massachusetts, and I proposed, and he said yes. Actually, he didn't say yes. The first thing he said is like, when? I was like, well, I think you have to say yes.
Oh, wow.
And
now,
don't you think that's a beautiful thing to say?
That's beautiful. And now 6 years later,
Here, y'all
Still
are.
together.
You're still together. Two Marcos.
Yeah.
Well, we heard in Italy that Tina Fey would lead sort of pilgrimages to the McDonald's so that everybody could get McFlurries.
I refuse.
No, wait.
You won't even discuss it with us.
Well, no, since I'm here, I will be happy.
So delightful. Have you ever had an Oreo cookie one?
No.
Why not?
I'm not a... Are you going to kick me out?
No,
if I say
no.
that I'm not-
Yeah, we're like,
Are you being
Americans.
Are you being McSnobby?
Come on, okay, come on. We are in Italy for 2 weeks.
I agree with him.
I put together a wonderful list of restaurants, trying to make sure that everybody was going to have a most beautiful Italian experience,
Yes.
especially food-wise. Did you go to McDonald's? Not once.
I heard
3 times.
it's better there. I heard
Well,
you guys have better McFlurries.
I've heard
Sometimes the McFlurries in Italy are excellent, but since you never tried one,
We kind of feel like.
come on out. Gerard.
So let me.
This is Gerard. This is Gerard. This is a McFlurry. Now, we want your real... We know you're a foodie. You're about to cook for us. But
Wait, what was the name of the one from Baker's? The baker from oh my gosh, from the UK, guys, who was just on the other day. She never had.
Prune leaf.
Okay.
Prue.
She had never had a box cake before, and we put a box cake in a real cake.
And she liked it.
picked the box one.
So we would like you to do a live taste test. You can be honest.
Okay.
Have a bite and let us know.
Do I use the straw? Or
I feel like you should use the spoon.
Okay,
We're not
thank
gonna
you.
we're not gonna make you pop.
Wow, it's all a little
extra McFlurrying today.
stuck.
Is it the Oreo cookie?
Can I say that I love you for this?
Okay.
already?
We love you.
Okay.
But you're gonna
Let's
love
see if
us.
I love it.
No, don't do crazy. Just a little.
Just a little. Okay.
Okay.
Don't do crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm Italian. I go big. Okay, this is good.
Oh! Are you gonna go in for one more? Oh!
Wow. 3 bites. By the way, the fact that Tina couldn't get you there and we did.
You know, I think she tried to hide it from me that she was going to McDonald's.
But I get it. You're in Italy. There's probably gelato and all the things.
I would eat gelato over this,
Yeah,
but welcome to America.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay, Marco is sticking around. He's going to cook us some of his favorite family meals. We cannot wait to eat right after this. Thank you, Marco.
We are back with Marco Calvani, who stars in The Four Seasons, and he's showing us some of his favorite Italian dishes. We've been snacking already during the commercial break. It's so
you
yummy.
like to host dinner parties?
Yes, me and my husband. Yes, we love that.
Okay, well, we love to be invited to dinner parties. So you're starting with your grandmother's famous dish. Tell us about Papa al Pomodoro.
Papa al Pomodoro is a typical Tuscan. Oh my God, my grandma.
Where's your grandma?
She just appeared there with me and my sister Sarah.
Where are you?
I'm the one in the middle.
I know, but what little beach? What little
Where?
beach? Yes. The one in the middle.
That was Forte de Marmi.
Oh, I'm dying to go there.
Oh, really? I'm going to visit my sisters. They're all still
Wow.
there now
Let's
with their
go
families.
there.
I'm like, we're there.
Okay.
That's our next girls trip.
Yes.
That was the early 80s,
Yeah.
obviously.
So tell us about this dish, how you make it.
So this is, I was saying, is a typical Tuscan recipe that my nonna Dina used to make for all of us, and it's very, very simple and it's delicious. So basically, you have oil and some garlic inside the oil. You let the oil flavor the garlic, then you take the garlic out, and then you, after cutting the bread into very thin slices,
And do you want the bread to be a little stale or like a day old or no?
it would be fantastic. if it
Really?
was. Yes.
Okay.
You know, the Italian dish, Tuscan cuisine.
so good.
It's all very poor.
Yeah.
You know, it basically. You
don't want to waste anything either.
Exactly. That was the philosophy. You don't waste
Absolutely.
anything.
Yeah. Oh, that's
So
delicious.
basically that's what you do for all this bread, right? You
Okay, go.
there.
Very small.
And you
Delicious.
very, very small, and then when it's drenched in oil, obviously imagine this pot full. You
Yes.
put the tomato sauce.
And did your grandmother make her own tomato sauce?
Yes.
She didn't go find the
She
can.
didn't buy it?
Exactly.
She didn't buy it. I buy it sometimes.
This is delicious. I have to tell you, I've never had it before. I can't
Then
stop.
vegetable broth that you can add every time that the sauce becomes
Gets too thick.
too thick and too dry. You add this.
And I
then
like this super hot, but you said sometimes you'll eat it cold too?
you can eat it cold or just warm. And then you put it on a plate.
And here you
All
get.
fresh olive oil, a little pepper,
I can eat that whole
red
plate.
pepper.
But
then
it's
bake
easy.
it.
We can make that.
Yes, you can. And everybody's going to love it. Everybody's like, oh my God, what is this?
And
So
then
please.
as a side,
Yes.
this looks amazing.
Listen, I just learned that my fellow cast member Coleman Domingo and Tina Fey, they don't love burrata. But
What? We love burrata.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
Because
you've got Brussels and burrata?
I was very personally offended.
Well, they
by
haven't
the
tried this.
discovery.
Maybe they
We're
need to
coming
try
over
this.
here to try.
So basically, you have the burrata, you open it, okay?
Yes.
I just love the way it opens,
Then-
all the things.
Can I have your fork
Would
for
you like
1
my
second?
fork? Yes. I'll go take my other
You
one.
smash?
You
Oh, you
crash
smash
it.
it.
Yes.
Okay.
You open and crash it like this,
Mm-hmm.
okay? So it becomes sort of what we call stracciatella.
Okay.
Yes.
In the meantime, you have cooked the
Brussels.
Brussels,
sprouts,
which are
okay?
delicious, by the way.
You put them on top. By the way, this is one of the recipes that my brother, who's really the chef in the family,
He makes all the time.
yes.
You know what I didn't anticipate? The combination of flavors with the pomegranates and the Brussels.
Isn't it
and
good?
Oh, my
Look,
God.
and then the
Olive oil.
pistachio, you can crush some pistachio and then you put them on top.
Oh, my goodness.
And then you crush some pomegranate seeds.
Oh, my
so
God.
you
Did you
have
get to eat like this growing up all the time?
you put it a little bit on top like this, and then you put some of this of the seeds.
It's delicious.
That is delicious.
A little bit of pepper. It's a variation, right? A little bit of oil.
that delicious?
Yes, and we could all make this.
This is doable.
And balsamic vinegar.
And then you finish with these traditional
beautiful.
cookies.
Okay,
Oh, wait, what's that?
What are they? Wait, no, we have to
Oh,
go.
one at a
But
time.
what
What
are
is
they?
it?
This is cantuccini from Prato, my hometown.
Oh, my
guys.
goodness. And what
And
is that?
That's made of with almond, and this is an espresso.
You just espresso,
it's a
you just dip it
perfect
in.
way to end a meal.
Because you're full, you
Dip
need
in
it.
the- Yes,
Dip in.
dip it in the.
Well, Marco, you're
Well,
the
I was
most
just about to
delightful. We are
say.
so happy for you.
When
and
we have our girls ship to Italy, you can make this for us when we come to your house.
Yeah, we
Okay,
want to
great.
go with you. Season 2 of the 4 seasons is streaming now on Netflix. Thank you, Marco.
Yum.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Okay, coming up next, pizza and prayer. New ideas leading to a religious resurgence among millennials and Gen Z. Right after this.
For the first time in decades, younger adults are now the most regular churchgoers, outpacing older generations who were once the backbone of church attendance.
But for Gen Z and millennials, this religious resurgence looks a little different than what you might expect. The biggest Sunday night hotspot in New York City's Greenwich Village might not be what you expect.
Come to church with me and 300 other Gen Z Catholics.
Gen Z and millennials are flocking to St. Joseph's Catholic Church, where 6 p.m. Mass is standing room only.
There is not a seat in this church.
Some credit the Pizza Social, some credit TikTok,
If you're wondering why there's so many people walking up 6th Avenue, it's because we're all going to Mass.
and some credit this man, Father Jonah Teller.
Hey there, come on into my office.
If you are looking for a community of college-age young adults, this is the place for you.
Journey Church in Orlando, Florida is an Assemblies of God church that has seen its youth ministry grow by 156% in the last 2 years. This resurgence seems to be a trend among young people in other religions too.
Hi, Rabbi Leader. The sermon I want to hear is about hope.
In fact, polling from YouGov indicates that nearly half of young people believe in a higher power, up from 28% in 2018. Some say this surge is fueled by a search for community and stability in this ever-changing world.
What started as a movement in New York City is going to expand across the rest of the country.
Oh, I'm just
This
so
is
happy
so
about it.
exciting to talk about this. We are with Father Jonah Teller, friar of the Dominican province of St. Joseph, and Kate DePietro, founders of Pizza to Pews.
Good morning.
Morning. I mean, this is something that we're both personally interested in, which is that faith can be this sort of catalyst for what we're living through, which
Right.
is loneliness, which is a lot of people staring at screens. We need connection.
Yes.
And we need something to get behind. So, Kate, tell us why you think young people like yourself are really flocking back to churches.
Well, it's such a beautiful thing that we're seeing in New York City. And as we know, Jenna, anything that happens in Manhattan is in a ripple effect across the rest of the country. So I've been going to St. Joseph's Church with Father Jonah for the past 5 years, but I was going to church alone. And
were you really one of the only young people?
No. Like I was sitting alone. I didn't have friends.
Okay.
No, there's
Okay.
other people.
Okay.
But that was my point is I wanted to make friends and meet people.
Okay.
And my friend Anthony Gross came into church, saw me, and said, hey, can I sit with you? And our pew started to grow with mutual friends from college, coworkers. And the two of us thought, you know, there must be something here. You know, there's so many young people who are here alone, or maybe not going to church because they don't want to sit alone. So we started throwing these pizza parties. We call it Pizza to Pews before our Sunday night mass. And we started
this
with
crowd.
Yes, it was 100 people, 200 people, 300 people. We opened in Fort Lauderdale this past weekend. We had 100 people there. We did an event in DC. But you know, moral of the story is there's a lot of young people within Gen Z who want community, who want to get back into faith and are running back towards God.
Let me bring you in here because I think, you know, it would be easy for someone to just see this story and say, oh, teenagers and older young adults are just following each other. There's pizza. But this is happening all over the country that we're seeing this resurgence. When did you notice it and what do you think about it?
It's fantastic. I love that it's happening because we weren't created to be alone. We're created to be in relationship with other people and with God ultimately. There's been a steady growth at St. Joseph's for a number of years. And last year, I started talking to lots of friends around the country who work at different churches, and they all saw a growth in numbers. And I would say it was probably last November that there's this big spike in people going to St. Joe's.
What do you think it is? What is it like that people are looking for? Do you think that religion offers?
Well, I don't think it's that people are looking. I think God is looking for people because I think God is good and he loves people and he wants them to be filled with his knowledge of them and his love for them. And if we're created for that, we're just craving that already. So he just kind of touches that a little bit and opens that up.
Kate, social media is sort of the antidote of God in some ways, but it also is a way that you got the message out and got people to church.
Yes, you know, social media is just a tool, right? It amplifies and it shows people what's already going on. You know, Father Jonah and I talk about that God's going to reach you one way or another. And if he's going to get you through a TikTok or an Instagram, he's going to get you. So it's a great tool.
And it's brought all of you all together, which I think is so great. Okay, Kate, thank you.
Thank you.
Father Jonah is sticking around, and Rabbi Steve Leader, one of our favorites, is also going to join the conversation. Coming up next.
Great.
Before the break, we were talking about the resurgence of religion among young people, and joining our conversation is Rabbi Steve Leader, a best-selling author and creator of Preach on Instagram.
And also back with us is Father Jonah Teller. He's the friar of the Dominican province of St. Joseph. So happy to have both of you guys to continue this discussion. Tell me this, Rabbi, is this something you're seeing across the board, even for you guys?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Young people are craving each other. They're craving authenticity. They're craving meaning, and they're craving structure for their chaos.
Structure, say that again.
They're craving structure for their chaos. One of the primary functions of religion and faith is it structures our chaos. It's called a sanctuary for a reason, and we're craving sanctuary.
We just talked about how, with Kate, that lovely young woman, about how Instagram can be sort of, or social media can help people find faith. You have started, it's a double-edged sword, we know, but you've started a 90-second sort of Instagram. You've retired officially, and you've started this thing called Preach. Tell us about what you have learned by doing this.
Well, I started this on my Instagram page, something called Preach. Every Wednesday, we drop a 90-second sermon that I create based on a request. Someone sends me a video requesting a topic or an answer to it, some kind of deep existential question. And so what it, first of all, is it immediately ups the relevancy of what any preacher is preaching about when we're responding to a real concern or question of the individual and the congregation. And what impelled me to do it was to see, can we create like a distillate? Can we crystallize that much meaning in 90 seconds? That's the challenge. It's like a new language. The answer is yes, but it is a skill. It has to be learned. And then, of course, ideally, the social media brings people together physically, IRL, because digital relationships
aren't real.
They're not real.
What did you say? That we got to get past the podcast as a church?
A podcast is not a church.
Yes.
Your followers are not your friends.
Yes.
And relationships, digital relationships, it's like trying to eat a picture of food.
Ooh. Ooh,
it
you're
looks
just
good.
dropping all sorts of gems today.
It
like he
will
does this for a
not.
living.
Yeah, exactly.
It will not sustain you.
Yes, exactly.
They're empty
Because
calories.
they're not real.
No, you know, you're considered the hip priest. Let me just tell you.
Okay, well, they
but
need to
how
meet more
much-
people.
Low bar.
How much does relatability play into bringing some young people here and view the church and have this desire to attend? I think you're right that once they come in, I think the good Lord takes over, and frankly, he probably gets them there. But how much of that is a factor?
Well, I think people want to know that they can trust you. And so just seeking to be normal is a huge part of a minister's job, is that do they believe that you actually know the questions that they're asking in their heart and you have something to say about those questions, not just something you read in a seminary somewhere that's going to go over their heads.
Jenna said that this morning. You did say that. I think when they see that,
Well, I think people want to be inspired, and also they want to relate to the people that are leading.
The real enemy of religion is boredom.
Yeah.
We have a real
Is boredom?
Yes.
boredom. We have a real talent problem in the clergy. We ought to say it and we ought to address it.
You want to remind everybody that sanctuaries, that places of worship have three main functions.
Yes. Historically, congregations have served three main functions for 2,000 years. Number one, a place of gathering, a place to be together physically.
Which we need more than ever.
More than ever. Number two, a place of prayer.
Which we
A
need
place
more
where
than
we
ever.
where we can focus on our inner lives, which is, of course, both elevating and humbling. And finally, a place of learning.
Yeah.
This is what young people crave, a place to be together, to be contemplative, to focus on their inner lives, and a place to learn something of real value in their lives, not their profession.
Yeah.
Well, how lucky are all of we that we have you two doing that? We're very, very lucky.
And thank you for this.
Or maybe we should say blessed.
I know. And I love that it's across the board, whether you're
Yeah.
Catholic or Jewish or
And I think
Presbyterian,
people
whatever
are
it is.
also desperate for that, for exploration amongst the faiths.
It's so important to ask questions.
Yeah.
Just to seek the truth, because we're made for that. And so if somebody's asking a question already, I think they're in a good place.
And you make a good point. The news is not the world. We do get along. We do care about each other. And
Absolutely.
we do have a lot to say
That's nice
to
of
and
you to
for
say.
each other.
I hope y'all are going to go have a cup of coffee. You two go and have a cup of coffee.
We're going to do a reality
There you
TV.
go. Maybe a
We're gonna go
podcast. We'll start with
camping.
podcast before the reality show. That's fantastic. We'll be right back after this.
Tomorrow, the host of Subway Takes, Kareem Rama, will be here.
Nice. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
You guys, thanks for watching.
I know. Come join us for all the fun every weekday on NBC.
Yeah, and don't forget to take us along when you're on the go.
Follow the Today with Jenna and Sheinelle podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.